It's Annie with another cross stitch video update. I think the last time I talked to you was the end of August, and I should have technically been back by the end of September, but that's me. I do not show up when required or when needed to. I know, I just realized that I was wearing the same shirt the last time I did a video and a very similar necklace, which was the same color but a different necklace, and I do change clothes and I do take baths. I don't know. This is one of my favorite shirts and I love turquoise color, so that's what happened. So anyway, let me give you some news on what happened since last we spoke. I was working on 3 WIPs. One was a kit by Designs for the Needle called Queenie. One was a kit by Designworks called Festive Elves. And one was a Heaven and Earth design called Breaking Dawn. And this is what happened. I did not work at all on Festive Elves, and I did not work at all on Queenie. If I did, it was just a small amount. I made the video showing you my progress, a whole column, a whole, I think, 950 stitches or 850 stitches on my first Heaven and Earth design. And when I held it up to show you the progress, allergies, I'm so sorry. I realized at that moment that the fabric was too long this way. It should have been long this way. And so, that is how I discovered that I had the fabric turned the wrong way. So rather than unpick 950 or 850 stitches, doesn't matter, it's still a lot of still a lot of darn stitches. I was not going to unpick those. I just set it aside. And I had another full coverage project that I meant to start that month that I started my first rotation. I believe that was July, perhaps July. Yeah, it was Elizabeth Taylor by Intricate Cross Stitch. And I meant to start it, and I never did because I got on my Heaven and Earth, but I started it. And I started it, I think, September 5th. And I want to show you my progress. First of all, this is what she's going to look like when she's finished. There's a lot of green right there. I guess this was supposed to be a cross-stitch replica, like what it's really going to look like, literally. But it's pretty. Maybe just the green is my crappy printer. But anyway, this is what I have so far. And this is page 1. And I only have 1 column left and about 3 rows until the page is finished. And here's the beginning of her hair, and there's some browns in there that are almost red, reddish brown, grays, blacks, and from far away I think it looks pretty good. Even from close up it's not bad. Once I finish this column here, all of this is going to make more sense, but I just wanted to show it to you now while I had it before I waited too long. And the minder is Lucille Ball. Love that expression, from minding my minders. And so, and by the way, this is an 8 by 8 inch Michaels brand. And I'm not even looking at you, I'm looking at myself, sorry. I'm just as bad as Joe. I need a little red dot. I don't even have a little red dot because I'm on my phone. This is a Michaels brand frame. It's not a Q-Snap brand, it's a Michaels brand. And I've heard a lot of people complaining about I guess this part, the covers cracking. So far I haven't had that problem, although I've only used this for a little over a month, and I basically put this project on there and haven't taken it off, so maybe the cracking and snapping will come later. But so far I love this much more than the Q-Snap brand, and it's a lot cheaper. The Q-Snap brand, I have a 6-inch, and the frame itself is loose now, and it won't stay together. It's constantly coming apart, and I just don't, the tension on it. They said you could put it in water or something, put rubber bands around it and put it in hot water to make it shrink back up. But the tension on this one is like 1,000 times better. So I would give the Michaels brand Q-Snap a try if you're short on money, because so far I have no complaints about it at all. And I want to show you how I keep my floss for that. This is my Flambeau. Sorry about that glare. It's a tackle box that I got at Walmart, and obviously the brand was Flambeau, F-L-A-M-B-E-A-U. And I love the way it opens on the side. It's easier than a floss box, a DMC floss box. And it has a little blue organizers, separators, dividers that you can take out or leave in. And the tackle box, you're sitting on it right now, so I can't show it to you, but it came with this big box, and then it came with 2 other boxes that were like half this size. So I use these for my projects. I use the big one for my big projects, and the 2 smaller ones, obviously, for smaller projects, but I really like it. And I wanted to show you this bag. Everybody's got a So Much to Love project bag. I don't, but I'm looking at the Elvis one. There's an Elvis Presley one, and it's got my name written all over it. And I told Katie, I was talking to her. As soon as I saw that she got one before she made her video, I was like, okay, which one did you get? You have to tell me now. And she's like, you'll see it in the video. You know, I'm trying to be all lady of mystery. And I was like, well, I already know that you got the exploding TARDIS, because what else could you have gotten? And she put a big capital L-O-L. So I knew I was right. And I was right, because I know people. I read people, and I know people. Anyway, this is my bag. It's huge. Huge mungus. My aunt gave it to me, but look what she did. She embroidered my name down the side. Annie. I don't know if that, hopefully it's not backwards for you, but, and it's in purple, and I love purple and blue. And I love, well, blue, yellow, green, purple, and pink. Those are my favorite colors. I can't pick just one. So, yeah. And it came with this little bag, which is my little sidekick. So, no. I'm not ripping off So Much to Love. But in here I keep my highlighters, which I don't use anymore, and my 2 pairs of scissors. I have the gold stork scissors, which cut much better. And then I have these that I got Heather Stitches to buy. They're, look at that sparkly color. Well, I recommend it. Heather saw mine and she was like, where'd you get them? They cut okay. They don't cut as well as the gold ones, but the brilliance of highlighting or marking off your charts with a pencil. I stole this from the Stash Queen. I just have to give her props for this, because Heaven and Earth Design charts are printed back and front, and I do not make a working copy. I also mark off my charts right on the original and throw them away when I'm done. So when you're working with a chart that's back to front, I was afraid the highlighter would bleed through possibly and cause some confusion when finishing a project. So this is brilliant. Mark it with a pencil, then you can erase it if you have to frog. It's genius. And I don't know why I didn't think of it. But it's the best thing. I just love it. And these are my reading glasses. For anyone who asks, do you use a magnifier? They're not pretty. But they are very comfortable. They don't have like a very wide, high profile right here on your nose. So they don't leave the annoying nose marks, or not really bad. And they have polka dots in color on the side. And these are Sight Station brand. I got these at Barnes & Noble up front by the cash registers. And I think their Foster Grant makes them. But they're $20 a pair. But they're so worth it because they're comfortable and you can wear them for hours while you're stitching. So that's that. I do use, and they're 1.50 magnification. 1.5. I'm 40. And that's what my eyes need right now. Okay, I have some needle minders. Are you surprised? I got these. I'll tell you some more at the end of the video about how I'm not going to, well, I'll tell you later. Jim Morrison, lead singer of The Doors. Second to Elvis, he's my favorite. And I really only like Elvis because of my mother. No, that's not true. Elvis was very talented, and he had great music. But the fact that my mom was associated with him in any kind of way did help. This is Jim Morrison. I had a serious crush on him all through junior high and high school. The Lizard King! And if you don't know who he is, you're too young. Go read Rolling Stone before it turned to crap. Or Spin magazine before it turned to crap. Or never mind, you're without hope. He's got his little suede jacket with the lamb's wool lining, and he's sexy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The men with the long hair, they really used to do it for me. Now I'm married to a bald-headed guy with a goatee. Never would have been my type, and that's who I ended up with. Turns out he is my type. But look at that one. these are personalized ones that I got her to make me. You can send her a picture. Jeannie Frakes at Minding My Minders. You can send her a picture and she can make you a custom minder. I love that hat. I love that smile. She made these custom for me. Normally her square minders are $5, but these were $6 because they were custom. I think that's how that works. And then I got these two bottle cap minders, and her bottle cap minders are $4, I want to say. $5 if you get custom pictures. There's one of Jimmy, and there is another one of Jimmy Glare. So pretty. Love them, and I have to keep them like at least 2 to 3 inches apart so they don't, they all snap together earlier and I was freaking out. Okay. Then I got some from my childhood. I really want a strawberry shortcake minder. Jeannie, please. I want a vintage strawberry shortcake minder, like the 80s version where she had the big poofy hat. And anyway, Care Bears. I think that's Funshine Bear, Funshine Bear, Wish Bear, and Cheer Bear, I think. But that's very cute. And then I got My Little Pony with Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, and oh my god, Applejack. God, senility is kicking in. And they all have little bows in their hair in this one. So cute. Yes, I have a side of me that likes... I didn't like this kind of stuff when I was a little girl. I just liked books. Give me a book and leave me alone when I was little. I didn't want toys, stuffed animals, dolls. No. I wanted books. But now, I've kind of gotten into... Here's the Disney princesses. All of them in a little heart-shaped minder. And you can find all of this stuff at Minding My Minders on Facebook. Because Jeannie's awesome and she's pretty much my favorite person who makes minders right now. Then I got 2 wooden ones. She started making ones out of wood. They're very thick. They're not the kind of wood that you pull it up off the card and it snaps. I've actually bought wood minders from other people and they were so thin that before I even had it off the card it was broken. And these are very thick and durable. They're fairies. Look at that little girl. Well, she's a fairy, but she's deep in contemplation. And she's just so cute. Cute! Love, love, love that one. And here's the other fairy. This one actually reminded me of Gideon, my little boy. My youngest. Isn't he cute? And look at his feet. He's got little bare feet. You can see the bottom of his foot. I just really loved those 2. She has some other ones, and I don't think they sold. So if you like fairies, go look at Minding My Minders. Because she might have some of those left in her album. Okay. What I wanted to talk about real quick, there's no clock on here, which sucks because I don't have any idea of what time it is. Stinks. It stinks. I don't know if sex is a bad word. I'm planning on doing some Stitch alongs. Not just signing up for them, but actually participating. I signed up for the Raven Queen and I did not participate. I didn't even start a Halloween project. I'm so sorry. But I found some projects in old magazines I had and I have decided that I'm going to try to do these for some Stitch alongs. These are all Stitch Mania Stitch alongs. This is out of the Cross Quick August-September of '89 issue. It looks like that on the cover. And this is called... What is it called? Chocolate Mania, I think. This is going to be for, yeah, Chocolate Mania. It's how fitting that it's for Stitch Mania. This is for November's Stitch Along. Fall Family Food, Fun, and Friends. Something like that. This is going to be food. What does that say? The 4 basic food groups. Chocolate chip cookies, chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, and chocolate candy. Oh, yes. I just think it's cute. And it's reasonably small, so it might actually become a finish before I'm old and gray. So, that's for November's Stitch Along. Then in December, they're having Winter Wonderland, I believe. And I can't show you this picture. It's out of Stony Creek's collection, A Christmas to Remember. It's book number 200. And it's this little snowman on the back. He's the only thing that didn't have some sort of difficulty. He's pretty simple. And his scarf says, "Life's a Stitch." So I thought he was very cute. So I think I'm going to do him. Now all these are tentative. Plans might be changed. But so far, I'm going to do him for December. So that's November and December. And then January is a new start. I can't remember the exact name of that stitch along. New year, new start, I think. And I'm going to do out of this Count on Cappy, book 57, Samplers and Sentiments. See, I have more to my stash that I didn't show you. I have a lot of magazines and some leaflets. I'm going to do this one. It's a sampler style. And it's got a mother sitting on a bench with her 2 children. And it says, "A warm smile, a gentle hand, a rewarding pat, a simple command. These things honest and true make a special mother like you." And I'm going to stitch that. That's a picture of it right there. Right there. And that little girl's hair is blonde, and that little boy's hair is red, and she's a brunette. I was thinking of making that little boy's hair blonde as well, so that it'll look like me and Mary Grace and Gideon. Of course, my oldest, sweet darling, won't be pictured, but that's okay. That's okay for this one. I have some other stuff in the future that hopefully I'll stitch that'll have 3 children in it. But that's for January. New year, new start. And then February is We Love Cross Stitch, I believe, or something like that. She said it can be something Valentine's related, something that you love to stitch, something you're stitching for someone you love, blah, 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 blah. So I'm stitching something for someone I love, who's my mother. Her birthday is April the 6th, so I'm going to stitch this out of Just Cross Stitch, the Premier Cross Stitch magazine from June 1999. That was the year my oldest child was born. And this says Mother. And it's on a blue Aida, or a blue even weave. And it's got these beautiful pink roses all the way around it. And I have a piece of blue Aida I think I'm going to do that on. But yeah, it's small. It should finish quick. And I like that it says Mother because my grandmother, my mother's mother, my mother called her mother. I call my mother Mama most of the time, and my grandmother's favorite color was pink. So not only will these be for my mother, but it will remind my mother of her mother, hopefully. So that will be a nice, something that I hope she likes, that I want to finish and frame for her birthday in April. And I'm doing this in February, so hopefully that will give me time to accomplish that. So that's February. And then March is, it's not easy being green. And I have something from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, the May-June of '87 issue, which has this on it, which Nell from Little Yellow House Crafts, I think is her channel name. Pleasant words are as a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body. I think she was doing this. I think it's really pretty. But I picked another project out of this magazine. It's by Bunny Leeton, and it's called Mama and Child. I love this so much. It's like, it looks like a plate on a placemat to me, but it's got the mother holding the little, probably a boy. It looks like he's wearing overalls, but it's just so sweet. I love it. So I'm going to stitch that, and there is green in it. See these flowers? They have green leaves. I know. It's not Kermit the Frog, and it's not a lot of green, but I really wanted to stitch things that I love this year. And since all of these are for next year, for 2016, I really want to stitch things I love in 2016. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So that was March. And then April, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, January, February 1990 issue. Looks like that on the cover. I picked out, I hope I didn't flash the chart. What is this one for? Is this April? April showers bring May flowers. Perhaps. Yeah. April showers bring May flowers. I'm going to stitch this one. It has flowers in it. It says, "Gather ye rosebuds while ye may." Which I love that poem. Makes me think of Robin Williams and the Dead Poets Society, which, of course, it was around way before that. But I think it's really beautiful, and I have a school teacher who was Her name is Miss Jenkins, and she was my English teacher in 11th or 12th grade, and she showed us that movie for the first time, and she called me her soulmate, and not in a creepy, weird kind of way, but like we were both writers, and she used to pass around the papers that I wrote to other classes and tell them, this is how you should write a paper. This is how a paper should be written, which was very, very flattering. And, you know, since moving to Mississippi and having children, I've let my language go, and I've let, I'm just like, whatever. But I really do love to write as well as sing, and so I thought about making that for her, getting her address after I make it and mailing it to her and letting her frame it the way that she would like. But yeah, I love the piece, and it should be given to someone who is special to me, and she was and is. Okay, for May, Mania, I haven't decided. June is, what is June? I don't remember. July is Sunshiny Day, and I picked this out of the Country Cross Stitch and Country Crafts March and April of '91 issue. And it says Aloha. It is a tropical theme, so I think this will work. Aloha! And it's got pretty little flowers in it, and it's small. Again, a small piece. Hopefully I can finish. The back stitch on that hibiscus, I think that's a hibiscus, is a bad word. There's a lot of it, and it looks, when they color the back stitch on a chart, like they make each back stitch a different color, yet the color does not necessarily coordinate to this thread you're supposed to use. It's very confusing to me. I like the back stitch I like everything in black and white. Colored charts kind of throw me off sometimes. But anyway, hopefully I won't have too much trouble with that, and I can get through it. So that's November, December, January, February, March, April, and July stitch-alongs. May is Mania, and I do have 3 sitting here that I've picked out for Mania. I'm thinking I'll do 6 starts for Mania and give them 5 days each and do it for the whole month of May, but only 6. Now that's participation. I didn't even do that much last year, so that's something, people. This is called House Blessing, and it's out of Country Stitch magazine. And it says, Lord, please keep us safe and sound. Let your love and peace abound, so all who kindly enter here may feel your presence oh so near. I'm going to have to cover up the chart, but that is what it looks like when it is done. So that's one of my projects for May, possibly. Now I might back out on Mania, but these are tentative. This one is out of the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts November, December '89 issue, and it's a little house. They made it into a pillow here, but I was just going to make it and probably frame it. That's what I do with everything. Actually, I haven't framed anything, but that's the idea that I have to do with any of my finishes. That's really cute, I think. And then the last but not least of the 3 that I have picked out for Mania so far, Cross Quick magazine, February, March of 1990. Here is a sampler. I think it's just called sampler, which is dumb, but A Year in Flowers. That's what it's called. It's a sampler, and it's A Year in Flowers, and it's got each month of the year represented by a flower, and then an alphabet at the top, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way across. I think that's really pretty. So everything that I have picked out, that's everything I have picked out for now. Everything I have picked out, I'm really excited about stitching. And that's what I've decided, people. I know that the designer charts like Prairie Schooler and Ink Circles and Mirabilia and Nora Corbett and Chatelaine, I know that those are popular. But I talked about myself in third person as well, Molly. Annie is not all about that. Annie has never been all about that. I'm kind of a rule breaker and I'm not going to say a trendsetter in my own right, but yeah, I was the first girl at my school to wear Birkenstocks. Everybody else was like, look, they're Michael Jackson shoes from Remember the Time video. Look, check out her shoes. But no, they were Birkenstocks. And then the next year, everybody was wearing them. Go figure. Some people say sandals aren't real shoes. I say they are. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I tend to set trends or just do my own thing. Let's just put it that way. I follow the beat of my own drum, and even though these things are popular, if I don't like them, I'm not going to stitch them, because I'm not going to waste the money on hand-dyed fabrics and hand-dyed floss and all the stuff that costs so much money to purchase, and then get it home and be like, I'm not finding joy in this at all. So I've decided that I'm only going to stitch what I love, what my heart tells me to stitch, what brings me the most joy. And I'm going to love watching your videos, as always. I'm going to love watching what you make, but I'm not going to covet anymore just simply for the point of coveting. You know, just like, oh, I need that. No, I don't. I don't need that. And my other plan is that I have some stash coming. I have 3 charts that I saw on 123 Stitch, and I have something I just bought on eBay, and I have one other thing that I saw on eBay that this lady's going to sell to me through PayPal on Facebook. So I have a few things coming that I'm going to pay for this month, in the month of October. But after that, my plan is, I'm not going to use the words stash diet. I'm going to say simply that my plan is, after I purchase those things in October, not to buy anything else for the rest of this year, obviously, because I need most of my money from October and November to purchase Christmas for my children, and I need to get busy on that quickly. Nothing like waiting till the last minute. That's never good, so I'm not going to do that this year. My oldest child's birthday is November the 16th, and we're going to go out to eat November the 14th at the Olive Garden, and probably go see a movie, and that's going to be their birthday. They're turning 16. They probably want to do something with their friends, but truthfully, I can't afford it. Their dad might be able to afford it better than I, but anyway. They'll have fun. They love spending time with their mom. I say they, and I think they're cool with me saying this. No, I know they're cool with me saying this. They also identify on the transgender spectrum, and that's what I'm going to say about that. They were assigned female at birth, but they do not identify as female. They identify as either male or agender, like neither. They're kind of fluid right now, but if you don't understand any of these words I'm using, then Google it. Look it up. But yeah, I love my child. It's not about what sex you are, and I totally agree with what Katie said in her last video. There is no such thing as a boy hobby or a girl hobby. Everyone should enjoy what they enjoy. I think boy cross-stitchers are great. I think girl football players are great. I think McDonald's needs to stop with the Happy Meals where they say, do you want a girl? You want a toy for a girl or a boy? Well, tell me what the dang toy is, and I'll tell you which one I want. Because Hello Kitty might not be for a girl. It might be, my son might want Hello Kitty. So to you. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. But yeah, got way off track there. What I was trying to say is I have things to spend. I have birthdays. I have Christmas. I need to save my money. So for the rest of this year, after the stuff comes in that I'm purchasing this month, I'm not purchasing anything else. Not even minders. Sorry, Jeannie. I might purchase one minder. One, I tell you. I'm trying to save some money. And for January through December of 2016, my plan is not to purchase a dadgong thing except maybe needles and thread to kit up all the charts that I already own and have in my stash. Because it's ridiculous. It's flat out ridiculous for me to purchase anything else when I have so many charts. There's the Stash Queen, there's the Queen of Starts, and there's the Chart Queen right here. I have too many charts. I'm not calling myself a queen, forget that. I have an invisible crown. I don't need the title, but I'm really rambly today. I'm so sorry. My point is, I have too many charts, too many things that I could kit up by simply going to buy some fabric and some floss. And needles if I need it, but I have a lot of needles, so I don't even think I'll need needles. I have 100+ needles in my stash. Don't think I'll need any needles. I might need fabric, and I'm definitely, probably, maybe, possibly, yes, going to need floss. I don't have a full set of DMC. I don't have any DMC except what I have kitted up for my horrible Heaven and Earth design and this Liz Taylor design. Everything else I have is floss from kits or floss from China, because I bought a whole set, 447 skeins of floss from China that now I don't even know if it's color fast and I'm afraid to use. So yeah, that was a waste of $43 and free shipping, but it was $43 with free shipping. Anyway, I got that on AliExpress if you're interested. I don't know. I don't like the way it feels. It's really, really slippery, and it's not DMC because it doesn't go through the needle. Like when you lick it and stick it, it doesn't want to, the two plies don't want to stick together to go through the needle, and that is a sign that it's not 100% cotton. It's probably got some polyester in there or something, I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to use that as my point. I'm afraid to use it because I wash my projects because I'm grimy and gross and disgusting, and yes, I'm going to wash my projects because I don't know how you get the marks from a Q-snap or a hoop out of a project without first washing it and getting it wet. So, yeah, I need my floss to be color fast. So I'm probably going to have to buy floss. God, this is going round and round and round. But other than that, I don't want to buy anything in 2016. It's a no-buy year. 2016, I solemnly swear that I will only buy floss and, what was the other thing? Floss and fabric. And that's it, folks. You heard it here. If I do something otherwise, you can slap me. And maybe one needle minder per month. I don't need any more needle minders, do I? No, I don't. I just need to stop looking, and then I won't buy these cute little things with like Care Bears and stuff on them. I said I wasn't going to do any more shout-outs either because part of me says, shout-outs! No one's mentioned me yet. Hello! Someone shout out Stitch and Scissor. I'm not afraid to tell you that I feel dejected and rejected and totally out of the loop. I will not be afraid to tell you that. Stitchcraft and Scissordry. It's a mouthful, I know, but learn it, love it, live it. Stitchcraft and Scissordry. Or just say Annie. You know that Annie. She's such a clever girl. She doesn't stitch much, but she loves to hear the sound of her own voice. Okay. Yeah, seriously. But I did think that shout-outs, while good, could make some people feel bad because you're sitting there, you're like, oh my god, they're about to shout out a channel. Who's it going to be? Could it be me this week? It might be me. No, not me. Sometimes I feel like there are certain people that just absolutely despise me, but then that's thinking too much about myself, isn't it? They probably don't even think of me at all, which, that's better than hating me, right? Yeah, it is. But I'm going to shout out some people, and I'm not going to call it a shout out. I'm going to tell you to go to Brian C's channel because he's awesome and he's funny and he reminds me so much of my oldest child that it's not funny. I mean, their personalities, even the way they look, is slightly similar. Like their mannerisms and their facial expressions. He's great. Love him, love him. And Adele, celebrate good times. Come on. Okay. You're adorable and I love you. And that was a great song to play for your giveaway winner. Heather Stitches won, didn't she? Go Heather. Yay, Heather. Go Heather. I've lost my mind on this video. I don't even know if I'm going to upload it because I'm obviously on crack. Obviously. Obviously, there's a problem. No, I've just had a very good day. It was National Walk Your Child to School Day, so we walked Mary Grace to school. The school is only less than a mile from our house. It was fun. I was up before 7, just like I am now, with no caffeine, just naturally high. And my husband was like, pushing the stroller with Gideon, like, would you please shut up? But I never shut up, so that's what it's like to live with me. Constant talk, talk, talk. Alright, guys. I'm going to go. It's 34 minutes. I've been rambling, and I have to go pick up Mary Grace from school. I'm probably a little late. And I need to pick up my oldest as well. No, wait. Their dad's getting them today. So, just one child that I have to pick up. So, yeah. I don't guess I have anything more to say. I'm going to enjoy my stitching, and I'll be back with another video. I'm going to try to do this weekly. I really am. Everybody else is doing weekly updates, so I'm going to try to give you some weekly progress on my one lousy WIP. No, I'm not doing a rotation. It doesn't look like, but whatever I work on, I'll show to you. Even if it's just poor old Elizabeth Taylor, week after week after week after week after week. It's okay. It's my channel. I can do what I want. Okay. I love you guys. Some of you I just barely tolerate, but most of you I love. Really. See you later. Bye. Oops, that's not the button.